there you go. Forcing that Purify away from the Xavier. If the Xavier goes Purify, he can't really escape from the damage coming through from the Lunox. But if he doesn't go for Purify, he is wide open for the taking for the Atlas.
Yeah. I think like Xavier really need a space for this one. If he is unable to put a really good positioning a lot with his space, it's gonna be super heavy going to the late game, because Xavier right now is much more into the super late game condition, but the downing light actually gonna be helping a lot for a big war that might happen coming from Bahrain going against United Arab Emirates. So we will just go into the first game here into the best of 3 series. And we will witness who is actually going to be taking the first game between Bahrain along with United Arab Emirates. But based on the emblems so far, it's actually pretty okay. Like Demon Slayer versus Demon Slayer. This is going to be maybe quiet. I don't think like it's going to be like a lot of things going to happen in the first like 2 minutes.
Wow, I'm not a big fan of this Purify on the Brody, Vela. And because of that, you can already see the pressure that they've placed down on that gold lane, knowing that the Brody won't really have any sort of disengage except for his second skill that can be countered a lot. One of the weaknesses for Brody is not being able to actually, you know, they shot the right amount of damage for the torn apart memory and getting in range for that torn apart memory. So without the flicker, it does take away a lot of that early game to mid game pressure on this Brody that can definitely be punished here. You can already see the freeze built up in that top lane. Mad has been completely zoned away from the minions, and they will do their best to try to take him out. And that's already one gold minion taken away from him. There's already the pressure popped in to that top side, and Mad's just not going to have a good time in this game with a lot of pressure being placed on him.
Yeah. He's just like having quite a hard time here in going into the laning phase, and also the presence coming from the Atlas, not letting this Kaja to get close to the side of Team United Arab Emirates. This Beatrix is just like went free to do whatever they want, and the presence to the top lane, this is less than 2 minutes, but they already got the gold shield turret to top lane. It's just gonna be super massive.
They want to take the first turret? First minute in the game, and we see a turret take, the fastest first turret take on the day so far. My goodness. Speaking of snowballing, man, this definitely has given them much more pressure to play with. But BAHRAIN not staying idly by, already going onto the turtle, looking for a trade. That's going to be 7MDAN looking for a play, maybe possibly trying to open up the map, but it's still going to be controlled by BAHRAIN here because United Arab Emirates weren't really able to rotate fast enough around the turtle. They put too much of their resources up top in the gold lane, which I still think is much more worth it.
It's much more worth it, yeah. I think like right now from the side of Team Bahrain, they really need to keep up all of the farming that they can get. But without the first start in the top lane, I think like this Beatrix will be having much more item rather than the opponent. But look at that one!
3-man Fatal Links, man. That's gonna be Troy who flickers out to safety. The Purify's been placed down, but the flicker comes through! And that's the problem that we mentioned in the drafts. When you go for the Purify on the Brody, no flicker means that you're very susceptible to everyone else. Yes, you could escape from the Atlas, but that's about it. You don't go for that. You don't go for one battle spell for one dude, unless you can really afford to. And in this position, you can already see a little bit of a mistake by Jed, but he recovers really well.
Ooh, that is a huge first blood, you know, getting over the goal laner from the side of Bahrain here, and the one who getting it is actually the Lunox, who actually can snowball going to the lane.
Wow!
That one, the damage! That is massive damage coming from Beatrix!
Massive is an understatement. They literally just bonked Troy in the head. Looking for more here in that top lane, perhaps looking for a tier 2 take. 7MDAN knows there's no Purify up. He jumps in with a perfect match. This should be a Fatal Links, and there you go. The Brody is gone again. No flicker, no farm. 0-2-0. United Arab Emirates really hate Mad right now. They really want to shut him down, and they're doing a good job at it. Doing the same thing into the enemy jungle as well. A3 invading now with a Mystic Field, locking him down. Troy's looking for the Divine Judgment. Still holding on to him, but he finds it here as A3 pops in Immortal Coil. Still able to escape right now as Viper is rotated back into the turret. It's going to be Jed who follows it through, and the Chaos will be able to take him down. Look at me, jumping in with the Bravest Fighter. On to Jed, not really wanting to overcommit here. There's no more damage or any more CC to lock them down. And all the while, United Arab Emirates are able to utilize this Beatrix pick to pick up a tier 2 in the 4th minute of the game.
Let me remind you, Mirko, this is only the 4th minute, going to the minute number 5 inside of the Land of Dawn. But this Lunox already getting 4th kill. He is getting the kill number 4 on his hand, and he is getting the mega kill. It means that going to the late game, this Lunox will be having tons of damage. Not only that, but this Beatrix already having a 3 assist, and so far he is doing a lot of rotation, going to the top lane, going to the mid lane, doing some push, joining the war, trying to put up the damage towards Team BAHRAIN. They are unable to recover, even 2 times being taken down, and again a movement to the bottom lane, and I don't think it's
Wow, I thought it was going to be good for BAHRAIN, but they only lose a roamer here. United Arab Emirates still fighting with brilliance and the snipe. Buez looking for one more. Takiza dodges away with Thorn Rose, but Buez is hunting him down. Still on point, just barely out of range. That's the Dawning Light to clear out the way, but A3 is right here to punish already, taking away the orange buff. Takiza will try to dish out some damage back with the Thorn Rose, but it practically just tickles A3 now. The orange buff finally respawning in. Buez is looking to burst it down. Troy opening up the side of the orange buff, but that's another shot right now. Buez with another Renner's Apathy connecting on Troy. They are really suffocating BAHRAIN even out of their own jungle.
They are really suffocated. They are not allowed to even jump into their own places, their own orange or even purple buff. You can see the difference. Look at this Lancelot, 2.9k only, while for this Beatrix it's 5k, and they're not even stopping. Look at that one, the beer station is being popped, and they getting 2 kills on the hand of this Martes.
2-man Fatal Links, even with the Purify, it's on. The Fatal Links is on a much faster cooldown, and they're able to bait the Purify out so much that Matt again will be slain for the 3rd time in this game as a Brody. As a marksman that needs to get ahead right now. And that's going to be the perfect match once again. The torn apart memory does no damage. 7M Dan able to escape, but that's a massive shutdown picked up by the Xavier. Mo will have a little bit more to say here in this game. 1-0-0. Farming quite well despite his gold laner being super behind. They can still pull a comeback here with their Xavier.
Yeah, 5,000 gold lead here by UAE, but look at that setup going over the turtle. Who is actually going to be getting that one? A3 getting ready to jump in, but no, Takiza secure the turtle right now in the hand of BAHRAIN, and they don't want to overdo it. They just want to disengage. They just want to secure maybe slight money here, slight gold to their side, so they can try to bring this game to going to the late game. But it's 2-8 going to the 8th minute here with 6,000 gold lead from the side of UAE. And so far we can see that actually the movement from Atlas is just so crazy. We know that actually it's very famous over
We're looking at it now. Oh, that's going to be a 2-man Fatal Lace into the Mirror's Passion. Mo has been slain. And that's your main carry. The torn apart memory finds its mark onto the gold or the roamer here. But look at the flanks coming in from Viper with the brilliance, with the flicker. Able to flank super well as Buez is swapped to the Bennett. Takiza with a Thorn Rose. Able to chunk Buez a bit more. But Viper will be able to clear out that mid lane. A3 is looking to sandwich them with Jed as well. They're looking for this tier 2 in the mid lane. Only Mad and Takiza. Now with the puncture, able to buy some time now. Mad with a basic attack and that first skill. Clearing out the waves, giving BAHRAIN a bit more time and space to play it out.
Oh my god, another 2 pick off, and look at that one. A3 is non-stop moving, trying to punish everyone from BAHRAIN. They really want to secure the objective gameplay here. BAHRAIN even unable to touch the tower, the turret here from United Arab Emirates. They've been giving them pressure over pressure, and the presence of Dan, I was mentioning this before, Atlas is well known as not super tanky kind of tank, but he is doing really well to jump into actually giving the pressure and not even being being picked up a lot here by the side of Team Bahrain. It's 2 times, but getting 9 assists on his hand. He's opening up all of the way here. 90% kill participation for UAE side from this 7M Dan. So I think like so far it depends on how he's playing with the pushes, how he's gonna be trying to do an ambush movement towards Bahrain. But now the Lord is gonna be locked down to the side of UAE without any contest, Miracle.
With the Lunox pick, it just becomes so easy for them to go for this. A little bit of a mistake there with the Bennett's Rage not connecting onto Look At Me, but it should still be fine as they will be able to gun him down. The Dawning Light only connecting on 7M Dan, and the timing as to how they took Look At Me down is just perfect for them to set up for a proper siege to take every single tier 2 turret left. Even, they might be able to crash that top lane minion wave into the top lane base turret so they can actually bait out the turret passive. Renner's apathy being charged up now onto Matt, who's basic attacking. That should be doing a lot of damage, and that's going to be the damage coming through as well with the flicker from Viper. Poisonous, and he is venomous. Double kill picked up. Viper still looking for more, but he's going to get stunned down and shut down. Still a value trade. 2 of their high ground wave clearing heroes have been taken down, and Dan doesn't want to stop there. Flickers forward with a fatal links into the Mirror's Passion. Takiza will be taken out by the decimation, and that's the Lord up top, free for United Arab Emirates to take down.
And if it's the case, they might be going for the bottom lane as well, because the wave is coming here from the bottom lane while it's still like 15 seconds for Takiza to come back into the ladder of dawn. It's still a lot of pressure that is given by United Arab Emirates. They still for it. But you know what? They're being very disciplined here. They don't want to overdo it. They just, yeah. They don't want to overdo it. They just like, okay, we still have the time to try to get something, maybe wait for the next wave, maybe freeze their lane. They want to take every kind of resources that they can to put it back to the hand of Team Bahrain. So they're gonna be like giving them hard time.
It's already a very tough time for Bahrain here, as they are quite a bit behind, almost 10,000 gold behind right now. And look at what United Arab Emirates are doing. Even when they have a 10,000 gold lead here, they're not actually shoving the wave with the super minions. They're just waiting there, waiting for someone to come in to clear it out. And you can really see Dan, he's in prime position to look for this right now with the concealed play. Look at me. He's forced to run away. Takiza as well with the Phantom Execution defensively. And the Thorn Rose gets out to safety. The Dawning Line only connects onto Dan, but they're doing a really good job at freezing the waves up. Bahrain are not able to farm anything while they are behind here, and it will only give United Arab Emirates some more room, some more gold to play with.
Yeah, and it's like less than 20 seconds into the next Lord, into the Land of Dawn, so they're going to be having more chances to get it. And Takiza actually meeting this Brethren is not very good situation. They really want to get the Lord. They know how valuable this Lord is, but I don't think there will be no chances for them to try to pick it off. I think like if they go all in to try to snatch the Lord, it's gonna be like very risky. It means that later on there will be a member to be picked off by the side of United Arab Emirates. So yeah, now the second Lord is on the hand of UAE. So we will see with the Lord that is marching to the top lane, what is the thing that Bahrain, since like right now I feel like the damage from Mo is supposed to be ideal to play in the high ground, but I don't think it's gonna be easy since the dive that UAE brought is actually pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, looking at it right now, it's absolutely disgusting to see the Lunox and the Beatrix just clear out the Lord like it's nothing, right? They took that Lord in less than 3 seconds, I believe. Jet is 1v1ing the tank slot. Takiza's not going to be let go here. And that's going to be the flicker! Purified from both Mo and Mad, used up, but that just gives them some more space. A3 gets brought back. The Divine Judgment finds its mark. Look at me with an amazing shutdown, and that's Mad as well. United Arab Emirates have overcommitted, and now they're hunting down the last member remaining in that bottom lane. Is the Flicker as well. Viper will be taken out by Look At Me as he walks up, but the Brilliance buys a little bit more time right now. That's the Bravest Fighter used up, and that's the kill taken away. Jed looking for some more of a trade right now as the stun doesn't connect from Look At Me. A little bit of a mistake right now as the Appraiser's Wrath takes Look At Me down. 7M Dan has respawned in. That's how long the fight is gone, with a Dawning Light from the base connecting, but with the Fatal Links, that's it. That's the taunt, and that's Mad taken out. Takiza, Phantom Execution, now with a puncture, dashing back and forth, not getting the final reset there, but is able to dodge from the perfect match stun with the Thorn Rose. Taunted up, knocked up, but that's a tank slot for you. Still able to sustain with a Dawning Light connecting once again. That's Takiza with a puncture to escape, and the Flicker as well from Jed, and it does not find anyone. Takiza is able to dodge away from it. Buez has finally rotated back below. Man, what a sequence.
My god, that is crazy. How, like, 2 heroes, only 2. It was like Fredrin along with the Atlas, but they are like taking everyone from the side of Bahrain. Yeah, I know, most of them are not in the full health, but you know what? These 2 is like giving like 2 minutes of a show there with a lot of resources that using in the bottom lane just now. So I think like from the side of United Arab Emirates, despite that they are not having enough damage, they still can like hold the damage. They are very tanky here. This Fredrin and also this is just able to aid all of the damage that is given from Bahrain. It seems like from the side of Bahrain, they really need to have more penetration damage, I think, to the side of UAE. But how they will get the damage, the item, the gold? Because right now, the difference is just hit so hard. We see the Fredrin is 10.5k with full item. 3 heroes actually double digits here. With the Fredrin, Martis along with Beatrix.
16 and 8, 2 times the amount of kills. Still with a 7,000 gold lead in the hands of United Arab Emirates, with a composition that does scale into the late game, but with a slight concern now of an ongoing threat from the early game of that Xavier. Mad with the Purify, and that's what it's for right now with the Flicker there. But the damage is going to be cancelled out. Good stun from Look At Me. Able to stop that kill from happening. Viper wasn't able to do or get that assassination onto Mad.
Yeah. Now the setup for the Lord. This is not looking good for the Lancelot. Takiza needs to get back because it's like 4 members of UAE getting ready to try to pick them up. But oh my god, I saw the Dawning Light. It was close. It was close.
Same here, man. That almost was a miracle steal from Maw that could have prolonged the game even longer. But with that enhanced Lord in the hands of the United Arab Emirates, and with the items already here, all they need to do is get one good team fight. 7M Dan needs to be very careful with his timing, because if he misses just a bit with the timing here, it does give Bahrain a lot more of a chance to come back from this game.
But look at this one. Oh, the Lancelot still
a mistake by Takiza, locked down and taken out. Vela, a big mistake, a blunder from Takiza that should be punished completely now.
And it's gonna be 6 versus 4. The Lord is marching now to the base of Team Bahrain. What will they do without Takiza on their hand? And the Lord is actually easily taken down here. But look at the damage from the United Arab Emirates. They're focusing over the base, and there you go. I think this game might be taken by them.
There you go. That's the mini waves coming through. Even with the kill on the Beatrix, the rest of the team is enough to take Bahrain down in game number 1. Match point for United Arab Emirates.
Yeah, match point for them. After quite an intense movement here, the Atlas actually doing a lot of pretty work here since the early game. How they are able to put the Lunox in a very good condition with a lot of pick off that happens. We saw the first blood going towards the Brody is actually a big slap to the face of Bahrain, because it's just like stopping the growth there. It's like slowing them down very much. And less than 2 minutes, they're getting the gold shield lead along with the turret in the top lane. It's just massive. Like, you have less than 2 minutes, you have more space, you have more control over the map, and it's causing Bahrain to lose one control. We mentioned this before.